Hi, I'm Vince, and welcome back to our channel. Today is a continuation of the modifications to the Grand Caravan. When I left off, I had done some of the structure on here, and I said I was going to put a plexiglass door on, which I did. I hinged it on the side. I have these latches that I purchased that I really liked, and it worked out well. It was able to just snap right in there. So now this side is kind of completed to start building on. Now up here, this is the, let me just turn on the light to see if it does help. Does that help a little bit?
It does.
This is the motor control for the window. It's a real simple 2 wires coming out of it. And I purchased a switch, and I'll put this in the description, on Amazon. It's called a reversing switch. And you can look at the back of it, and there's a little X on the back. That's simply taking the 2 terminals and reversing them. When you flip the switch from one side to the other, it's just reversing the switch. I use this switch to operate these windows. So all I've done, this is the panel that goes up. I cut a square hole, a rectangular hole, to put the switch in. Of course, I cut the wire. I went down a little ways and cut the wire, give me enough to hook up to the back of the switch. All I'll have to do now is bring a hot and a ground, which I can ground to anything on the car, but to these other 2 terminals on the switch, you just bring a ground and a hot. And now keep in mind, once you do this, you can no longer open the window from the driver's side. You're going to make this only work with this switch. So, but for us, this is what we want. But I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, except that switch will be in a different spot. We won't put it up in the plastic. So that completes this side. Now, after I got done with that, I came over here. Let's see, maybe turn this light off. Is that too dark?
No, it's good.
Is that better?
That's better.
Let's put the light right here. So on this side, I kind of did the same thing, except I ran out of aluminum. So I made everything out of steel. And I bonded it to the body, same way. Everywhere that I screwed it into the body and used the JB weld. So this is welded into the car. This is the side where the air conditioner and the heater for the rear of the car is. There's a big vent that runs from right here. It runs all the way so that it blows out up near the door. So I've removed that vent. So now that is the vent for the heater. So that means if we turn the heater on now, the rear heat only, it will blow into this compartment right here. Later on, I've thought about possibly putting if I feel like I need the rear heat, I could still do something to modify that. The air conditioner goes up here and actually runs into the roof. So the air conditioner will work fine. So you can see I've got a really solid something to build off of. So now I'm gonna close this in. Okay, now I've put the components, kind of roughly fitted them in. We got our slide compartment. I've actually attached this panel to the surface. And I'll even kind of show that. I've just attached it onto there. And I've built a Lazy Susan that swings out. It was the most efficient way to try to figure out how to use this space and have something that... And the reason I had to build a Lazy Susan is because this panel has to be removed. When we're done, I still have to be able to take this out. The reason is I've built everything so tight. My original bed, I can't get the board in unless I remove this one So that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave that one, this one panel will remain loose, and it will give me I will finish this in here, and this will give me an access place to actually put some things in here if I needed to. Now we'll switch to this side. On this side, you can see we covered all that metal towers with a counter, and underneath this walnut top, I've put a light so that, because this will be a dark space, this light will help make it easy to see. I've used these little fasteners to fasten all my panels, and they're pretty easy to use because they're Allen. Allen head flatheads. There's a little door here. There's also another door here, and this compartment's huge. Your switches, now your power window, like we hooked up on that side, is right here. This is the switch that'll turn the light and the gauge on, so we can check our water level. So now I just need to do some sanding and cleaning and just make it really look nice. Put our oil finish. We're gonna put like it's a shellac oil finish. I'll show the can later. So when we come back, I should have this all finished. So thanks for watching.